Hello and welcome back to another episode of Vibe to Impress. My name is Sharissa Bradley. And I am so excited that you are here. This happens to be launch week for one of our newest books, and I'm so excited to share this new book with you. It is called The Wheel of the Woman, and it is an almanac for women's well-being. It's written by an author, Kristen Rud, who's also responsible for our publication community collaborative effort. She is the ringleader behind getting people together to help share their stories. And this time it was her own turn to publish her own book. And her number one passion is seasonal living and getting the reader to understand that we can live this seasonal lifestyle that goes along with what nature actually intended for us. So when it is summer and sunny and warm, we are giving out our most energy and our most output. But when it is winter and it is cold and it is requiring of us to be inside, we take that time to rest and we live in those seasons, not only with the tides and the things that are changing outside of us, but also with the foods that we eat and what grows naturally and seasonally in our area. What Kristen inspires us to do is to really learn and to dive into what it means to live seasonally and to live in alignment with our bodies and our purpose, and also to take into account even the times of day that we do. Kristen dives into the Ayurvedic scheduling concepts that help us to determine our more energetic aspects of the day and our more slow and resting and digesting aspects that our body naturally decides to do. We find that way to live in accordance with the way that our body naturally wants to live, we can increase our energy and increase our output tremendously, as well as alleviating and giving ourselves a little bit of grace. Feel that need to rest or nest or sit quietly in that cozy little moment of like a little huga, little candles, little sleep in extra, go to bed early, that coziness of the winter or the fall. And when we lean into that, when we lean into what it means to actually follow our own intuitive cycles and our own intuition, we actually end up in a much healthier frame of mind and a much healthier state in our bodies as well. Kristen really dives into not only the bigger aspects of the season at large, but also the individual topics within the wheel of the year. So each season actually has some type of celebration. For instance, the fall during the harvest season. Kristen goes into details about each one of these seasonal holidays and how we can celebrate them and how we can really give ourselves ritual that we have been missing in our lives and give ourselves that little bit of extra grace and love and we teach our bodies that it is okay to be aligned with the season and the foods that are around us and the energy that we have our own output throughout the day, which again, Kristen dives into each one of these things in detail, as well as sharing a little bit about herself and how she came to be the person that she is now, fighting through autoimmune disease and loss herself, that has given her this unique perspective on what it means to live in this seasonal fashion and to get to become a master of the mundane, as she calls it, where we're doing our regular routine and we're taking care of our body's needs. And that's no longer a boring task, but rather a ritual that plays this very rich aspect into our lives. And I do hope you'll check out this book. It is launching just now as we speak on May 1st, 2024. If you're catching this video after the fact, it is already out into the world. It is a small but mighty inspirational guide. And it is something that you want to just kind of keep near you, keep in your bag as a reference, which can help to pull you back into that seasonal living in those guides. Kristen also dives into the etymology of the words woman and midwife and all of these words that have gone into our care and our society and our ritual. Kristen dives deep into that and gives us that history of her story and helps us to shed a little bit of light on why these things were buried in the first place and why it's become a little bit of a challenge to pick back up these old concepts that are being presented to us in new and beautiful ways. Even though Kristen has just written this new book that is a guide for us, these concepts have been out in the world, and she's just brought a unique perspective on bringing them all together. She even gives guides on a little sun salutation, some Kundalini breath. There are so many huge concepts packed into this tiny almanac. I cannot wait for you to get your hands on it. Please check out Kristen's new book, The Wheel of the Woman, and let us know what you think. Tell us what your favorite ritual is, what your favorite part of this seasonal living guide is for you, and let us know. And don't forget to check out the links down below to get to know our author even a little bit more and get to know how you can work with us over here at 52 Press. Check out all of the books that we have to offer. We are growing our community every day, and it is incredible. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to like, forget to subscribe, and I will see you next week. Thanks so much.